Alright, no BS, let's get straight to it. Number 4, absorbing forces. What comes up must come down. So if you want to jump high, you gotta be able to handle it. You want your knees, ankles, feet, and basically all your joints to be strong as f. So what are good exercises to work on this? Well, I'm glad you asked. For one, depth absorptions are really good. So this is when you're starting at an elevated platform and you jump off. Once you make contact with the ground, that's when you try and absorb the forces. You can make this even harder by adding jumps to it, making it called depth jumps. Joint strengthening exercises such as these ATG squats and isometrics are a must-have in your program as well. These are going to help strengthen your tendons and the muscles surrounding your knee. Knee pain is the main thing athletes want to avoid, especially for jumpers and dunkers. And most athletes, dunkers and jumpers included, end up getting knee pain, so focusing on absorbing impact and having strong joints is a must. The main premise is being able to handle how high you can jump. Number 3, increasing your maximal force production, aka getting strong. Strength, in my opinion, is the third most important aspect when trying to jump higher. The main fitness component of a vertical jump is power. Power is a combination of two things, and strength is one of them. In order to jump high, you gotta be able to produce a force high enough to propel your body weight in the air. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest dunkers the world has ever seen, produced about 1400 newtons of force for his free throw line dunk, which is about 326 pounds of force, and he's producing that amount of force in about 0.2 seconds. The thing I'm trying to prove is that to jump high, you need to be able to produce a lot of force from your legs in a short amount of time. So getting stronger is going to focus on the force production side of things, while the next tip will focus on producing that force as fast as possible. Heavy lifting has to be one of the main priorities when creating your routine. Moving heavy weight as fast as you can in lifts such as squats, deadlifts, hip thrusts, calf raises, etc. Those are some example exercises, but honestly you should be lifting heavy for all of your exercises. Heavy as in 80 to 90% of your 1 rep max. So to put it short, an increased strength equals a higher force production onto the ground, making you jump higher. Number 2, getting explosive and fast. Like I said earlier, power consists of two things. While one of them consists of strength, the other component is explosiveness and power. In my opinion, this is even more important to train than strength. Training specificity is training in a way that's similar to what you're training for. Training for powerlifting, you're going to want to lift heavy weights a lot. Training to jump higher, you're going to want to jump a lot. A huge part of this is moving weight as fast as possible with a jump or explosive motion. What this focuses on is how fast you can get off the ground and how fast you can contract your muscles to jump higher. In order to train this aspect, you're going to have to do plyometrics, which is a form of training that focuses on speed and explosiveness. Performing fast movements with your body weight or an added load like squat jumps, depth jumps, pogo jumps. Basically, any type of jumping is a form of plyometrics and can be used to increase your vertical by a considerate amount. And finally, number 1, what do you think it is? It's your jump technique. Don't complicate it too much. If you want to jump higher, jump a lot. This will determine if you're going to be flying or dying. Honestly, man, more than anything else, you want to be practicing your technique as much as you can. After I really got my jump technique down, I saw crazy improvements. There are 4 possible jump approaches: right left, left right, which are 2-foot jumping techniques, and off left and off right, which are 1-foot jumping techniques. Depending on your preference will determine the exercises that would be optimal for you. I have the most experience with 2-foot technique, but what I'm going to talk about applies to all techniques. When approaching the rim, make sure you're not stuttering your steps. You want to have nice long strides before reaching that second to last step for 2-foot jumpers and that last step for single leg jumpers, which is called the penultimate step. You want to gradually build speed through the run. You want that penultimate step to be the fastest part. That back foot should almost be fully extended like this, and you should use your block foot, aka your last step, to stop your horizontal momentum and turn it into vertical momentum. That penultimate step should be pretty long. Let me show you a bad penultimate step. First thing that's wrong was that I was stuttering my steps. This stuttering decreases the amount of momentum that's building up for the jump. You want your steps to be fluid and smooth like this. Here my penultimate step was short and my back leg wasn't extended. You can see the difference between this and this. Overall, there's really no specific exercise to get your technique down. The best way you can improve it is to just keep doing it. So those are the 4 main things you have to know to increase your vertical. There are definitely other little things that could help you out, but in my opinion, these are the 4 main things that should be your priority. Peace.